like our shoes on the golden ground.
Hi, I'm glad you're here. This is home, where you come to reset your nervous system and rewire your week. I'm Kellyjo Coney-Khan, and this is your weekly reset. 5 minutes to steady yourself before you head back into the day. This morning began quietly, the kind of quiet that feels like the world is still waking up. Sunlight coming through the window in long, soft lines. The neighborhood not quite moving yet. A few birds beginning their morning conversations. And somewhere in the distance, the low, familiar rhythm of the train passing through. I lit the morning altar, not ceremoniously, just gently, a small flame, a pause, the moment where the day begins to feel like it has landed. There's something regulating about lighting a candle. The nervous system recognizes warmth and steady light in a way that bright overhead bulbs never quite achieve. I stretched a little in the sunshine. Nothing dramatic, just that instinctive reaching your body does when it meets warmth after sleep. Then I arranged a few sunflowers on the table. Sunflowers have a way of changing a room. Their color feels almost optimistic, as if they've brought a little piece of summer indoors. Watching them stand there quietly in the vase reminded me of something simple. Homes, when safe, can regulate us far more than we realize. Not because they are perfect, not because they are expensive, but because the nervous system responds to the atmosphere we create around ourselves. After the flowers came the tea, not a kettle, a small pot on the stove, water warming slowly while the kitchen is still quiet, and then the tea poured into my nanny's china, fancy, delicate cups that probably look slightly out of place in an ordinary morning kitchen. Yet somehow they make the moment feel held. Ritual does that. The brain recognizes repetition. The body settles when something familiar happens again and again in the same gentle way. Morning tea in a favorite cup. A candle lit before the day begins. The sound of birds when you stretch near the window. None of these things solve the day ahead, yet they regulate the nervous system before the day even asks anything of you. I sometimes think of this as practical magic, not the kind you read about in stories, the kind you create quietly in your own space. Your nervous system responds to warm light more easily than harsh brightness. It settles when the room has space to breathe. Too many objects create visual noise, and the brain works harder to scan and process everything. Simple rooms regulate more easily. A candle, a bowl of fruit, flowers that remind you of the season, a place where sunlight lands in the morning. The body recognizes these signals as safety. Nature does something similar. Watching birds outside the window, hearing the train in the distance, feeling the neighborhood wake slowly. Those small sensory anchors tell the nervous system something important. You are here. This moment is steady. There is time to arrive. Practical magic does not require a perfect home. It's about creating small rituals that help the system settle. Lighting a candle instead of turning on every light in the room. Opening the window before checking your phone. drinking tea slowly enough to notice the warmth of the cup in your hands. Tiny shifts, tiny signals. Doing these activities with your children or grandchildren. Doing them by yourself or with your partner. Repeated enough, they become the rhythm your nervous system learns to trust. Here are your 3 neuro nuggets for the week. Steady, practical, and human. 1. Warm light regulates the nervous system more gently than harsh overhead lighting. 2. Rituals, even very small ones, help the brain anticipate safety and settle more quickly. 3. Removing visual noise from a room can reduce subtle stress signals the brain processes all day. So this week, try a little practical magic. A flower on the table, a candle in the morning, a favorite cup. Small moments that tell your system it's safe to begin the day. Until next time, I'm Kellyjo Coney-Khan, and this is Home, your weekly reset.
Place when you slow it down. Throw off the rules like our shoes on the golden ground.